feel like I need a nap. Busy day here at the mall today. Get out of here before it gets even busier. Come on, move. Schmuck. It's because the car next to me is right up against my fucking door and everybody's fighting for parking. Like always, yours truly has to pay for the stupidity of others. Look at this fucking thing. Yeah, folks. What a mess. Fucking thing. I got like that much room to get out of my own space because that's how Carolinians are, unfortunately. Very slow to think and very absent-minded when it comes to their surroundings. Very absent-minded people, especially in the heat when it's like this. And it is fairly hot outside. It got real warm. It went from 50 degrees to probably about 80 something right now. I mean, I've been out for most of the day taking care of stuff. Thanks to you fine folks out there who have either bought baseball cards or donated to my coffee link. Whatever potato chips and stuff I had left, I brought to the leasing office because I know it's just been too busy for me or I've been too occupied for me to bring snacks to the kids or anything like that. So I gave a whole big bag of stuff to the leasing office because the big manager there, she was giving out candy and snacks to the kids, and usually that's what I do with them. But they've been wanting to do that anyway for a while. But it's cool to chip in once in a while. Come on, goofball, go. I mean, that lane is to go that way. I don't fucking get it. Fucking goofball. Holy shit, folks. Let me tell you, man, when the weather gets it gets hot down here. The poor people of Charlotte, North Carolina, they don't know what the fuck to do with themselves, man. They can't read the words on the road when it says only and an arrow turns this way. That means that lane is dedicated to fucking turn. Yeah, folks, now I see why I stopped worrying about fixing my car. I've got the right of way. You stop. Fucking stupid. I've got the right of way. Oh boy, folks, this is a magical day for me. Boy, how I just love other drivers. And yet again, I was the second one to arrive at a stop sign. This one stopped first, then never mind. There's no point in crying over spilt milk. All I know is I have the right of way. Oh, God, man, I can't wait to get back onto the property. These people are just fucking. There's something seriously in the air again today. You're the first one to stop at a stop sign at a cross section. The other car has the right of way. Always. Jesus fucking Christ. This is insane, folks. Insanity incarnate. Good old Charlotte, North Carolina. Anyway, back to what I was trying to get at. Thanks to all my eBay customers and anyone who ever donated to my coffee link, which is in the description box, by the way, for both. Yeah, whatever potato chips and snacks I had left, I brought to the leasing office because I just don't have the time. I actually did another really nice, well, it's, I don't want to say it's a repair, but more a correction. So yesterday I finally got the lift gate to my car working, and I'm taking it easy because there's really not much more I can do at this point, but I wanted to get something that needed the aesthetics of it needed to be corrected. Yeah, I actually just got back from Carolina Place Mall. I had Sarku, which is like a teriyaki place. Like they have shrimp, beef, and chicken teriyaki, and you can get any combination of the three you want. I went with all shrimp with veggies and fried rice. So it's a little expensive because I also get two orders of shrimp tempura with it. So, but yeah, I'm stuffed. That's probably going to be my only meal for the day. But I made another run to AutoZone, and I picked up specific push pins or push rivets for the back of my car. You might be able to see it in this image. If I move over a little bit, you'll see the hatch of my car right up in this area. Look at my big finger, right in this area. And around there is a big plastic escutcheon or a cover, or a plastic cover that covers up all of the wires and all that kind of stuff. There were like 4 different types of whoever had this car before I did, I'm just discovering all this shit now. There were like 3 or 4 different kinds of rivets holding that thing up. No wonder it was popping out constantly when I would drive this car. Fortunately for me, my local AutoZone had the exact rivets that are spec'd for this car. It has like a built-in washer on it so that you slide it into this plastic clip that's in the molding of the car, and it locks in. And then what you got to do is you kind of have to get your fingers in there and work those rivets into the holes where they belong. And then once you catch it, you just go, bah! And it locks right in, and it looks so nice and tight now in the back of my car, the way it's supposed to be. But it had like 3 or 4 different kinds of rivets. So what did I do? Of course, knowing me, should I have to, you know, replace the other side, which from what I can tell does have the proper rivets in it. I don't know why this one had three or 4 different types of rivets on this side. But once I put the factory rivets in there and I was able to snap everything. Oh, what the fuck is this now? And I was able to snap everything in place. Oh, they're pouring a brand new slab. It looks, oh, they're putting in a new bus stop. Okay, never mind. I take that back. Yeah, so it looks really, really nice. It's not bobbling around, and I don't hear that rattling in the back of my car like I normally would, because that thing was floating in the breeze. So that's done. That was a nice, simple, easy project to do for the day. Now, as far as everything else is concerned, I still need a new airbag unit for the steering wheel, which is a 2-in-1. It's an airbag compartment, and it also operates the horn in my car. So don't buy salvaged parts from fucking people that don't know what they're talking about, because I saw one on eBay for like I think it was like $200. So I'm like, you know, this is a salvaged auto part. You don't offer guarantees that this thing is going to work or not. How do I know you tested it? You can't test it. How do you test it without deploying the airbag? I mean, you could probably test it with the voltimeter to see if it gets any kind of voltage going through it, or any kind of amperage going through it, but You give no money back guarantees if this thing don't work. And he still was trying to charge me $200. So I said, I'll pay I'll give you 150 for it. Then he threw me a counter offer, and then I threw him another counter offer on top of that. And I said, no fucking way. What up, T?
What up, baby?
So I threw him another counter offer, and he refused. Then he raised his price again. I'm like, you know, fuck this. I'm not going to pay some third-party eBay asshole for a salvaged airbag for my make and model of my car without any guarantee that the thing is going to work. So, you know, just everything about it didn't pass the smell. Everything failed the smell test with me, with this guy. So, another one that waits for the last fucking minute. Last fucking minute turn signal. God damn it. Why do people in Charlotte do that? I wish. You can't gauge your move. I base my moves in my car based on people using the proper turn signal. It's like fucking shit. Where do these people learn to fucking drive? I'm like, God almighty. I still want to drive it around a lot one more time. Anyway, I can write an entire encyclopedia series talking about how bad drivers are here in North Carolina. It's sick. It's very sick. They wait. As soon as they stop at their turn, then they use the turn signal. How does that help me prepare for what I need to do and which direction I'm going in when the person waits to the very last second to dictate to the rest of the road which way they're going first? It's so fucking stupid, man. Well, anyway, so yeah, I'm trying to negotiate with this fuck, and I'm like, you know what? It doesn't pass the smell test. Something's I think he was just trying to make a quick buck on this thing or whatever it was. I'm an eBay seller, you know, and I know eBay. I think I understand how eBay and eBayers work. That there are people that just want to get rid of shit and pass off their bullshit on to other people that are unsuspecting. So I actually went to the Shop app instead, and they have really good online automobile parts sellers there. So I found a decent airbag replacement for my car, for about $185. That's with shipping. That's the total cost with shipping. I think it came out to like $159.99 plus tax and shipping. So that's not too bad. So that should be here hopefully sometime by the end of next week. So there's really not much more I can do with the car. The only thing I want to do when I go home is whatchamacallit, I want to I got to get the cruise control module for the steering wheel and the volume up and down control for the other side of my steering wheel, and that'll take care of the internals as far as the cabin is concerned. Then when it comes to the other mechanical stuff, you know what, I'm going to put this in the shade. And then after that, there's really not much more I can do until then there's really not much more to do after that as far as the engine is concerned. So that's a work in progress. So that cooling fan module should be here, I think, Monday. So then there's the there's the airbag, cruise control, the volume control for the accessories in the car. Then but I want to wait until that relay gets installed first. So right now, there's just really not much I can do. I still love the way that looks in the back. That thing's not hanging down anymore. That now the proper rivets are in place. I still got to change out the terminal on the battery. Get this all swapped out. So that'll be done sooner than later, but I don't want to mess with that until that cooling fan relay is installed. So I've gone as far as I can go, which means I get a break from this car for a little bit. The whole week, almost every day. I think it's every day that I've been doing this, fartsing around with this car, but at least there's progress being made, so that's good. So now the car functions much better than it did. I'm not so worried now. I'm not worried about it being a hazard like I once did, because now the alarms are on, or the alarms are functioning. The proximity alarm works. The alarm for the doors, and the doors are open, they work. The non-compliant seatbelt alarm, that works. So a lot of progress. The hatch opens and closes. The alarm bells ring for that as well. So it's getting there, man. I'm very happy. Very happy. Very, very happy. It was well worth putting some time and effort to get away from certain things. And it's kind of good because it goes with the whole aura of the channel anyway, being that this is supposed to be a hobbyist channel. I guess working on your car could be considered a hobby as well, you know. But yeah, I mean, so far I haven't had any issue taking the car out in the street. But the tire pressure sensor, that's when I'll bring the car to a mechanic. When the ABS pump comes, I'm actually negotiating a price for an ABS pump. The unit's about this big, and they come pretty cheap. They're like 50 to 60 bucks. If I'm able to get one for like 50 bucks, that's also kind of pushing the boundaries of how much I'm willing to spend on that. I'd rather buy my own parts and then bring it to my guy on South Boulevard and let him install it. Throw him a bone, throw him a case of Coronas like he likes. We'll see. But yeah, the airbag. But very first thing I want to have fixed first, I got to make sure that brand new module gets out of my car. That thing needs to go, because that's probably the catalyst for everything that's gone wrong with the car electric wise. Because like I said, when my buddy first looked at it, here's this testing kit right here, as a matter of fact. And do you take this apart? Oh, okay. So that's his testing kit, and he went over each and every single he probed with the probes, and was getting all kinds of freaking numbers coming out of it. So but the wiring he did fix, it works really well. Everything else, I just gotta wait for that relay for the fan to show up, and then the proper the proper spec relay will be installed. There might have to be a rewire here or there or something like that, but he's going to test everything. But that won't be until next week. But at least it's on its way, which is good. And it's spec specifically for this make and model car. Because nowhere did I see that relay, anywhere, in any video, in any specification that I looked at. She's got, I'd say about 3/4 of the fuses have been changed out. I may have to change out the 5 relays here. I wanted to do that yesterday, but our drunken retard fucking idiot squad was outside yesterday arguing in front of my car, and I had some words with them, and I went back inside, and I'm like, fuck this. I'm not getting myself into trouble for nobody around here ever again. And my days of being the neighborhood Batman around here are long since over. I don't know how these guys do it from 7 o'clock in the morning to fucking 8 o'clock at night, drinking. That's, you know, what's going on, Penny? How did it get like this? In all honesty, you're not the only person that asked that question somewhere on the channel. You know, it's a couple of things. One, it's neglect on my part, not keeping up with it. 2, because with everything that went down with, you know, my dad, you know, and this girl cheating on me and everything else that went on last year, you know, my friend passing away on me, and then having to be put in jail for no fucking reason at all, like I was, and being acquitted for it, which I've showed those letters on camera, by the way. You know, I basically gave up. I phoned it in. I got no shame in admitting that. I phoned it in. I think, you know, with everybody, you reach a point sometimes where you just say, I don't give a F anymore. I don't care. Whatever, you know what I mean? And that's how the car got to this point, because I just stopped caring. I just stopped caring about it. I stopped caring about a lot of things. I kind of phoned it in with a lot of stuff. You know, behind the camera, you know, I'm not always happy. You know, I'm not always on point or on my A game. But with the car, I'm just like, I don't give a shit. I don't care anymore. I give up. Essentially, there's no two ways about it. So that's on my shoulders. I let it go. I just said, I don't give a shit. I don't care anymore. You know, sometimes, you know, when you're here on YouTube, everybody expects you to be like this larger. I mean, I'm nobody. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to do this. I'm not larger than life. I'm not a superhero. I'm not a superstar. You know, I'm not a rock star. I'm not any of that stuff. But it's just certain things in life, when all those things build up, or it's like, I just don't give a fuck anymore. That's what happened. That's what happened. That's the truth. That's what happened. I gave up. I said, the hell with that. I just don't care. You know, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I got a second wind in me. And just day after day after day. And then, of course, my friend got wind of it, and he came by and started helping me with the car. And he's who called me last night. If anybody watched last night's live stream when I was taking it out for a nighttime ride. That other stuff I can't explain. I can't explain why that fan for the AC. I mean, right now I do have the AC running, but the AC is running halfway, and the thermostat on my heads up is dead center, so that's a good thing. I mean, I'm sitting in the shade in front of where I live anyway, so I can't explain why that relay was installed in this car when it doesn't belong in this particular make and model in the first place. That I can't figure out. So That I can't figure out. And the only explanation I have is when I took the car to get repaired the last time, during my last inspection last year, the fucking mechanic that I went to must have did a Rube Goldberg and stole from Peter to pay Paul and installed a component in my car that, quite frankly, doesn't belong for this vehicle. Which has me pissed. You'll see, I'll show you guys when it comes. This is a real thin, flat box with ribs to dissipate the heat. There's a name for that in electrical circles. I can't think of what the name of it is. Not a diffuser. I think it's a diffuser, if I'm not mistaken. If that's what the terminology is. I'm not an electric guy, so forgive me if my terminology is off. But this box, it's thicker, and the wires are all internal. The input from the car, it has a big adapter like this. It looks like a giant AC/DC plug, and then you plug it into the one side. The other side has two outputs on it for the two fans. It doesn't make sense. If you have two internal plugs, why does this one have wires with... It doesn't make sense. You guys will see it when it arrives. The cruise control module, I'm not worried about. The volume up and control, I really don't worry about. I mean, I use the Bluetooth. I have a Bluetooth adapter for the car, so that this way I could play my music through my phone. And I got another, you know, I have my older cell phone holder stuck into my CD player. The only one thing that I don't like, obviously, and now that I finally found a decent price for a replacement airbag, combination airbag horn module, I got one for a decent price. That fucking eBayer, man, I was dealing with. Oh, with the Yankees gear, yeah. Aaron Judge. Oh, I misread that. I tell you what, let's see. 1, 2, 3, you're not for me. Goodbye. I am hitting a home run every day, because every day I add a little bit more work to the car. Every day is a home run, baby. Yeah, all the safety features with the only exception of the airbag. That's in front of me right here. This needs to be replaced. I have two long screwdrivers with machine heads on them. You catch the back of the steering wheel. There's two ports right behind the steering wheel, and it pushes these two big triangular looking steel or whatever they are. They're like latches that lock the steering wheel down. You have to push them simultaneously, and then you pull the whole unit out, and there's two cables connected directly to it, and you just unplug those cables, pop the new one in, pop, 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 done. And then I'll have my airbag back, and that should take care of the warning light that's on there right now. Now, as far as the other two fails are concerned, I'll have a mechanic look at that. Just be careful with the airbags. Yeah, you have to I've done this before already on a previous car. You have to disconnect the battery. There's no way out of it. You have to disconnect the battery, let it sit for 15 minutes, turn the ignition on, turn the radio on. You got to dissipate all that electric that's in the car. Otherwise, you can cause a spark that will deploy the airbag. Yeah, that much I know about. I've done that before in a previous vehicle I've had, so... But who would have thought? The new filter It was an easy swap. There was like that much. Oh my God, the amount of crap on there. It looked like a loaf of bread. Or a slice of dirty, old, rotten bread, I should say. That's what the filter looked like. So that's all done and cleaned out. Got into the front of the car with my little blower, my little leaf blower. Blew out all the leaves and cleared the grills. The car is cold. It's really, really cold. I'm not even blasting this thing, and it is cool in here. I'm just watching the thermostat because being that fan is not working, I really don't want to burn up the compressor, so I want to keep it running at the bare minimum so I don't damage that. But a lot of it's close. It's very close. Once we get this thing fixed with the fans, the airbag, and the cruise control and volume modules will come out, because all of that needs to be done at one time. You can access the cruise control and the volume control. As a matter of fact, let me pull my phone out of the holster here. You'll see what I'm talking about. Excuse me with the mush face. Man, once this new holder, once it grabs your phone, it don't let go. So, yeah, and back at the steering wheel, there, you see, that's the access port to the airbag assembly. So you have to get a long screwdriver on that side, get the long screwdriver in on that side, push them in simultaneously, and the whole unit pops right out. There's two big bolts. There's one roughly here and another one roughly here. Then you grab the whole unit gently and carefully, you pull it out, and you disconnect the two cables that are in there, and then behind that are the access cables for these. These need to be replaced also. But I don't want to take a chance doing this and the issue with that relay. I never showed you guys that relay, did I? No, I didn't. It's interesting because I'm like, I'm still new to all this stuff. Give me a minute here. Some of you are playing games with the likes. I would appreciate it if you would stop, please. Yeah. Right there. That doesn't belong there. See all that? You have it all hanging loose for now, but that's not supposed to be like that. That's the control module for the fans. And you can see it's got that shrink wrap on there that they didn't even install properly. That does not belong in this car. So someone, Rube Goldberg, that module does not belong in this vehicle. So oh man, it's so nice and cool in my car now. I don't even want to get out of the car. It's so nice and cool in here. And plus I got the shady spot right where I live. And I still got a bucket full of ice in here from Red Bull I was drinking before. Yeah, so I'm going to go upstairs in a little bit. Sit back, relax. And then we see what happens. I brought, whatchamacallit, all those potato chips I had left over to the leasing office to give out to the kids. I'm going to do a little research and homework once I get off the live stream so I can use my camera. I want to get the make and model of the 5 relays that are in the car's computer up on top here. It could still be that one of the relays that controls the fans in the car could be frozen, either open or closed. That's also a possibility. I mean, we tested those relays top and bottom, cleaned the prongs off and everything, and they still read positive. But just for my own sake, and I'd be honest with you, my budget so far hasn't even come close to $1,000 yet. That's the beauty of the whole thing. You know, a handful of rivets costs what, $10, $15, something like that. This new unit that I ordered for the car with the wires, that came out to $180. The new airbag came out to $180 shipped. I mean, it was like $150 something, but shipping and taxes and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Oh, the lights, the turn signal lights, to get them to be what they're supposed to be. Not one LED, not one white one, not this one, not that one. Now they're all the same, except for the headlights. Those are LEDs. I don't know why one of them was orange halogen. This is what they were supposed to be. I bought an extra pack just in case, just to have them. So now those are the same. Fucking crazy. Who's this? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this is my Aaron Judge get up. It was a little chilly this morning, so I got the mock turtleneck going. That's the Aaron Judge. I can't really turn around here in the car. You can see it here. The Aaron Judge jersey I modified. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see it. I'm not turning around and hurting myself. I got the gold logo man on the back. So, well, that's where I'm at right now, ladies and gentlemen, with all of this going on. I mean, it's coming along really, really well. Obviously, oh, that's the part I forgot about, the mechanical arm to get the hatch to open and close. I'm so happy. It actually works now. It actually works. So I'm going to say, with everything I spent so far, yeah, I'm still way under. I'm way ahead, man. It's got to be like $700. I completely forgot about that. So mechanical arm is installed. So I'm at least I'm just taking a wild guess here with everything. I'm going to say it's about $700 with everything I bought so far for the car. So that's pretty much it, folks. That's where I'm at right now. There's really not much more to say or do, except for me just to drive the car as it is. I don't have to worry about anything. The only one, like I said, all those bad things I was worried about are now null and void, with the exception of me replacing the airbag and horn. It's a combination, and that's an easy swap once it arrives. So, but the car, I can't believe how little. I don't want to say little effort. The hatch was hard to get to work because trying to figure out the what's the terminology? Trying to get the car's computer sensors to be on the same page, disconnecting the battery, reconnecting the battery, resetting, all of this stuff. It's just like a nightmare, logistic nightmare. I don't really talk about cars. This is something new to me. It's just, I've been telling my audience, I had a lot of stuff going on last year, and I neglected my car and just stopped taking care of it and just let it go. And all these electrical issues popped up and mechanical issues popped up. So mine is a 6-cylinder Ford Edge Limited 2008. She's got a couple horses on her. I don't remember the exact horsepower, She's pretty strong. She's a strong beast. You know, automatic four-wheel drive, and 3.5 liter, I believe. So, but that's it, folks. There's really not much more to talk about the car for now. I mean, I guess you want to consider this hobby talk, you know, because that's what the channel's supposed to be about anyway, is hobbies and things like that. And I guess this is right up there, right? I would assume. So, but after that, yeah, there's not much more to talk about today, folks, with this car. Yeah, I'm going to take a break from it for a while. There's nothing else to really fix or tweak or screw down. I'm so happy that that damn bevel is secure now. Oh man, does that thing look nice. I wish I would have kept them. I threw them out. Oh, I did save one. This is not a mushroom head for that. We need reviews. I'll work on it. Maybe now that this is done, this portion of the car's repair is done for now. There's nothing else I can do for it for now until next week. I'll try my best. I owe you guys that much. I will try to get to a review. Yeah, you can even see how chewed up it is. Look at how chewed up this thing is. And this is what was in the back. These are not the OEM rivets. These are meant more for your engine. To hold up all the plastic bits that are up front in the car's engine underneath the hood. And the heat shield. That's not for this. So whoever did this is, I don't know. Whatever these guys, I keep trying to put the blame on the mechanics the last time that inspected my car, because it did have problems the last time, but like I said, a lot happened last year and even into this year, and I just kind of like phoned it in and said, fuck it, you know? But at least these issues now are turning themselves around, and it's looking better and better and better each and every single day. What is your... So here in North Carolina on the main highways, 70 miles per hour is the top speed. When you cross the border into South Carolina, you can drive a minimum of 50? No, I'm sorry, a minimum of, is it 50 or 45? I think it's 45. Some roads you can drive a minimum of 45, but you can't exceed 65. Oh, please don't even get me started, man. I got eyes watching him now. I'm not gonna say who, but I've got eyes keeping close watch on him, and we'll see what happens. I'm not going to discuss that. Actually, technically, I shouldn't even be talking about this anymore, and just let him dig his own hole. But he is being watched right now. I'm not gonna get into it. He's being watched. And he doesn't seem to realize how much trouble he's really in. So, especially since I have his very first fake Facebook account post that I printed out for many years ago when he started all this shit. But technically, right now, I'm not allowed to. Well, not that I'm not allowed to say anything. I shouldn't say anything. But I got eyes watching that now, so. All right, guys, I'm going to go in. It is almost 3 o'clock. Maybe I'll take a nice little snooze. I'm actually expecting company tonight, whether company comes by or not. We'll see what happens. Regardless of that, I'm going to enjoy my Friday, and I'm going to enjoy my Friday through attrition if necessary. I want a great weekend. I intend on having a great weekend, but thank you guys once again for taking this ride with me, literally. And you know, again, it's my own fault that the car got like this. I got nobody else to blame but myself, because yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, like I said, I got company coming by tonight. We'll see what happens. And you know, all of you that have been following this little melodrama, and anybody who's into cars anyway, you know, I'm sure you're enjoying this because I never talked about cars on this channel up until this point. You know, I'm learning with you. I don't know shit. I put key in ignition, turn ignition, driver, go. That's it. And blow up the tires once in a while. You know what I mean? I don't know shit about cars. You're taking this ride with me, metaphorically speaking. So that's kind of fun in and of itself. You're learning with me, I guess. But yeah, at the same time, you know, you guys have really been like a you guys have given me a lot of your energy to kind of like, you know, keep the confidence alive and keep everything alive despite everything that's gone on in the past now year and a half, almost 2 years since all this shit started with all the drama and everything. But at the same time, I'm still afloat. I'm still here. I'm still breathing, and I'm still doing. I mean, this is one of the most challenging things I've ever had to put my hands on. You know, when my buddy was tinkering around in the engine, and I'm tinkering around in here, a lot got done in a very short amount of time, and it's barely. I mean, to spend under $1,000 so far, I consider that a huge victory. Because then you go to an auto mechanic here, even like that airbag that I paid for, you're gonna end up paying anything that you buy parts for, add 3 to. So if I paid, let's just say $180 for this thing, trying to fit it, you figure it's gonna be $400 to $500 to pay somebody to install it. I might as well just give it a shot myself and do what I can on my own. And well, so far it's been working, man. All the lights, with the exception of what's going on with the steering wheel now. The alarms are working, the lights are turning and blinking and bopping and booping and beeping and bopping and boop and all that good stuff. Thank you for sending me all that energy, and I hope I can send you some as well, man. We all go through these periods of just relentless difficulty, but you can't just lay down and give up, man. I gave up on myself, and I gave up on this car, and I let it go, and that's on me, and I own that. And now, in a way, I guess it's God's way of saying, hey man, I'm going to give you something to do, take your mind off of things. And that's all this car has done for me, is get my mind off a lot of other nonsense. I do have eBay orders I have to get out, by the way. I haven't forgot. I got 2 sales that came through today. I have 1 shipping label printed on my TV stand, like always. I'm going to try to get those eBay orders out. I'm not going to do it today, though. I'm not going to do it today, though, because I want a break. I want a break for today. I'm out of here, folks. Look forward to the next live streams, and I will be doing my reviews again. You'll get a review sooner than later. Hopefully, I'll maybe try to get one done this weekend, but for today, I want a time out from this car, man. Been working on it every day since my buddy and myself started this. Enjoy your Friday, everybody. You know, again, I'm expecting company tonight. Let's see what happens. God bless you all. I'll see you around.